Coach, mathematically it is true that you have a chance to get in Super 6, but in reality, is there any chance because your performance is uneven performance, like uneven bounce?
Of course, there is chances. Every point is important. We fight for every single point, and with a determined number of points, we will be in the playoffs. So yeah, it's very possible, and it's in our hands. Try to have a good streak of results. So we will fight for that. We are a never say die attitude club. So you can be very sure that tomorrow again we will give all our heart to try to get a victory, 100%.
Your players always miss a easiest chance, like in 16 minutes, Nandu Kumar misses the chances. Mahesh, now I'm seeing your star player just wasted your chances. What is they say when they come back to dressing room, and what you said to the player?
Yeah, Lewandowski also missed clear chances, and suddenly he starts to score goals. And Harry Kane the same, and yesterday he scored a wonderful goal. That means 3 points for Bayern München. It's football, it happens. There is situations that the players that is supposed that have to score goals, they are in a good dynamic and they score 2-3 goals in consecutive games. It was happening with Mahesh, if you remember. He was scoring with national team, he was scoring against Bengaluru, against Goa, and then you have another kind of streak and it looks more difficult to score, but then again you do it, so it's normal in football. It happens in any club, in any level. So I'm not worried about that. The important thing is that we create the chances, we create very clear chances. The one of Vishnu also, he's working very hard to score a goal in Indian Super League, and he has been very close, but unfortunately the ball went to the post. But any other game, it can be inside, and then it means 0-2, and then it's more distance and it's more easy that you can get the points at the end if you get an advantage of 2 or 3 goals.
Hi coach, this is Mohan from Moscow. Coach, can you explain us actually which player who will get tomorrow's match or who we will miss? Because there is lots of confusion. Who are injury, who are in cartons? It's not clear to us. Saul Presto is there, coming back to practice. But is he available for tomorrow, or is Kobe and Alexander? Everybody is available, or who we will miss?
Well, we have one more training. We are training now after the press conference, so we will see the final situation of every single player to make a plan. What is clear is that we are playing a lot of games, one after one, and it's difficult for some players to get recovered because they have been without playing a long time. So it's my job also to try to avoid injuries and try to make the plan working. So we will see after the training.
Crespo is there. Is there any possibility to Crespo?
We will see later how he's in the training. He's here, he's training.
Hi, Coach. Good afternoon. Coach, taking a cue from his question that what we are seeing that Mahesh and Lunga, when they come back from the national camp, after that their form is not like the previous previous time in Durand or first phase of league. But it seems that they are preserving themselves for the national camp.
You think so?
What your take on that?
What happened wrong?
No, it's dynamics. Football is a game of dynamics. And it's true that they were having 90 minutes with me game after game before national team break. And in national team, it's true that they have been training, but they have not been playing. So when you are not playing, you lose some things. It's not about intensity, about tactics, about everything that it's around a football game. It's very important for a player to play games. That's the main thing. So they have been like 1 month without playing games. So now for them, it's true that they look different players. So it's my job to bring them back and to get the best from them again. I'm very happy with the way they were playing the last matches of 2023. They were a very good level at that moment. So yeah, I think that they can reach that level again very soon.
Hi Coach, this is Shota. It's clearly showing that your total window planning of the game is wasted for back-to-back 2 injuries of Saul and Pardo. And the fans are back there, they are not understanding any technicalities or anything. They just want the team's 90-minute fight and 3 points. What do you want to say to the fans?
I didn't understand the starting of the question.
Your entire winter window planning got shaken or it's disturbed by back-to-back 2 injuries of Saul and Pardo. Okay. And after that, the team is suffering in that position. The fans back there, they are knowing everything, but they don't understand technicalities. They just want to know how their team is going to fight 90 minutes and going to get 3 points. What do you want to say to the fans?
Okay. Before to answer that, I would like to ask you, please, which is the reporter from Indian Super League website? The website, who is doing?
I think he is absent today.
Okay, okay. Because I see that Indian Super League, I think that they work very well. They have a very good website and very good way to talk about the league. But it's true that they don't allow or they never are getting the news about referees. When we say that we are exhausted of bad refereeing, they just talk about another kind of things and never talk about referees. So I expect that you belong to another media, can talk with freedom about referees and can express what I'm going to express now. Because for me, it's important to have freedom of expression. There is nothing to hide. So I think that in the Super League, it's working hard, 10 years of football in India, and I think that the football in India is improving. We can see the kind of players. I was working in 2016 with players that they were in the national team, and you can see their body typology, you can see the technique, the tactic. They were worse players than the ones that are now in the national team. So it's only one example about how the football has been improving in the last decade. Indian Super League is very good for Indian football. But at the same time, it's improving in a lot of areas, but not in refereeing. Refereeing is a big issue. For me, honestly, this season has been over any other situation. There is like a line, and we have crossed the line. Because when their decisions are affecting the result of a game, then we are in a big problem. And it has been happening for us in the last 5 games, 3 times. What I mean with that? I mean that when you arrive to the last moments of a match, one decision can change definitely the result of the match. And it has been happening to us that in the game against Odisha, here at home, 0-0, there was 2 penalties, not 1, 2, in the extra time, and the referee didn't concede it, so we lost 2 points. Here also against Mohun in the 87th minute, there was a very clear fault to Nanda in our own box. Referee say play on, and it finished in a goal, so again we lost 2 points. And the last match, there was action that is never fault. We have 4 players against 1 opponent player, protecting our situation. We have win that space of the pitch, so it's nothing going to happen, and that fall is never a fall, so it means that we lost 1 point. It means 5 points only in the last 5 rounds, so it means that with these 5 points we will be in the playoff. So answering your question, you can see that 5 players were running in a counter-attack to protect our goal. So it's not about physicality. The players were giving everything for the team. The players were trying to score our second goal. We have a corner, we have a chance, and then they make a sprint, 60 meters sprint, to try to protect our goalkeeper. So they give everything, 95 minutes. Once Zanzibar draw with 1-1, we try to change some tactics. We play with 3 defenders to try to not concede, and we put 5-2 in the pitch, trying to arrive. It's true that in these 50 minutes, from the 80 to the 95, Zanzibar didn't have a chance. The only chance that they have was created by the referee, marking a foul in a situation that we all know that is going to be almost like a penalty, because we all know that they have Jerry Mansour scoring 2 goals the round before, so it's like a present. So what I mean is that it's not about our players' physicality, it's about decisions that are going to change the result of a game. And unfortunately, it's happening a lot in Indian football. So I think that authorities have to take decisions, but they have to take the right decisions for the good of the game, not for the protection of the referees. When a player is not making a good season, the team decides to give him on loan, or to sell him, or to give the freedom to the player. When a coach is not doing a good season, the club decides to sack him. Already this season it has been happening with Juan Fernando, with Conor Nestor, with Simon Grayson, and with Scott Cooper. 4 coaches, they have lost their job. We are 12 teams in this league, but there is one more team, that it's team referees. They are also professionals, they are also participating in the league. I think that they are doing a very bad season. Very, very bad season, very poor season. So I guess that there is a boss. I know that there is a boss. So nobody is answering why still the boss is working. Maybe he should be saying sack, like the coaches are sacked or the players are sacked. Just to finish, football is a game that if you leave 22 kids playing in the street, they manage the game. They manage the game. There is things that are obvious, and you know when it's a foul that can mean something, you know when it's a penalty that can mean something. So I think that the way referees are doing in the football, not only in India, it's happening also with VAR in other countries. In Spain there is that problem also, in Premier League this season has been happening problem. I think that they should understand, referees and all the committees of referees and all the people about refereeing, that the important part of football are the players. It's not the coaches, it's not the referees, it's not the managers, it's the players. So let the players play the game. The fault of the other day, it wasn't fear. It was a situation where the players of my team have the control of the situation. Why? You have to be protagonist, and we shall that kind of fall. I have nightmares when I'm sleeping, And in the nightmare is Raul Kumar explaining to Crystal John why is not fourth to Nanda, why is play on, and Crystal John is explaining to Raul Kumar why the Rakib fall to Chima is four. It's a crazy nightmare. I wake up like this. What's happening here? Crazy. Consistency. We have to change. And I want to be positive, I want to be positive. My suggestions are three. I have three suggestions for the Indian Super League. One, listen the professionals. Listen the players, listen the coaches. They say that it's going to be a meeting with coaches at the starting of the season. It never happened. But when we talk, we have to go to the stands. And it's ridiculous. Yesterday, Gerard Zaragoza in the stand. 2 days ago, Owen Coyle in the stands. Tomorrow, Dimas Delgado in the stands. Ivan Vukonovic, 10 games ban, I think. Manolo Marquez, I think it was 2 or 3 games ban at the stand. 4 games ban, Manolo Marquez, 4 games ban. Manolo Marquez is a great guy, I know him very well. He never gets nervous. 4 games. Ivan, come on. Top professional, 10 games. So they have to think, which is the problem. I am the next one going to the stands. This is how you want to manage the Indian football, just punish the people that we deserve for respect. I am a Super League champion and I am a Super Cup champion. I have been working in this country, giving my best in this country, already 6 seasons. Ivan Vukonovic, he's doing great things in Kerala. Owen Coyle, also champion, very good projects, Jamshedpur, Chennai. Listen to the professionals and get our ideas. The players also have a lot to say. We have Mahesh, you know Mahesh. He's like, and fall down, 60 kilos. He's very light. He receives a lot of falls. He should be protected by the referees. In the other side, he has been doing 15 falls this season, 15, in 15 games. So 1 fall per game, 1 per game. And he has already got 5 yellow cards. It's a joke. It's a joke. The referees don't understand the game. They don't see the things happening. 2 games ago, there was an incredible action of Shakhtar against Bikram at the starting of the game. It's red card in any country. It's red card, direct red card. And Raul Kumar, my one in the nightmares, was not able to give 1 yellow card. But in the opposite side, in the game Mumbai-Mohun Bagan, he decides to make suspension of 7 players. We love the game, we want to see the players playing the game. And 7 players were out because the festival of the cars, they have to change radically the way to manage the games. So my solution is that, to talk with players and coaches. The other solution is to bring foreigner referees, like it happens before, and nothing was happening, no problems. They have another kind of training, another kind of way to manage the game. No pressure, they don't live the pressure that the referees are living in this country. And the third solution, VAR as soon as possible, but don't make the mistakes that we are doing in Spain or England. You have to put in the VAR a former player, because a former player understands the game, and what is a problem with the cameras is that you see that in slow motion and you can get confused about the contact, about the impact of the contact. So there is a lot of mistakes in Spanish La Liga, in Premier League, about red cards because, no, there is a contact, yeah. When you see that in slow motion, it looks hard contact. But in truth, in the real game, we as a football players know when it's a real dangerous contact or not. So this is the 3 suggestions that I give. Former players should be part of the referees because they need that help.
Coach, But, I have two questions now. As you have said, you are in regular press conference, regularly you are saying against referees.
Against no. I'm trying to support them. But they don't allow me, but I'm trying to support them.
Okay, about the referees' decisions, but don't you think it will go against you as because you are always, every time you are mentioning that their mistakes? And the second question is not about the referees.
But no, let me ask that question because it's very interesting. So we are living in an industry that we cannot talk. Is that? No?
But what?
We have to watch to another side and say, bravo, bravo, you are human, you can do mistakes, bravo, bravo. No, because if I do mistakes, I am in Barcelona with no work, you know? And if a player do mistakes, also. So referees, they are doing mistakes. We have to change the system. It's very clear. It's very clear. We have to change the system. And maybe it's a question of who is in the top of the system. I don't know. You know who is in the top of the system. You know that is Trevor Kettle. You know. You know that he's now directing that. So if you look for his name in.
FSDL is the top of the system, no? FSDL is in the top of the system.
Company of Reliance.
Yeah, okay, but I mean the coach. I am the coach of East Bengal. The coach of the referees is Trevor Kettle. He was a former referee in English football. If you look for him in internet, you will discover a lot of things that explain why is happening that in Indian football. That referee was able to stop an action when the ball already was kicked by the player inside of the box, very close to the penalty point. So it's a ball that 100% is going to be goal. And once the player has kicked, he whistled the end of the half time. So it shows no respect for the game. It shows no respect for the work of the players. If you want to be the protagonist and stop the game in this action, it means a lot of things. Don't say to me, no, it's the legal time, I cannot give 1 more second. It's not true. It's not true. You have to manage the game for the best of the supporters, of the people watching the game, and for the partiality. If it's going to be a good action, and the action is almost ready to finish, you cannot whistle that goal. I invite all of you to watch that on YouTube. You will find it. It's crazy. It's crazy. If this person is in the top of the system, what he can say to the referees that are down? I understand that Raul Kumar, 7 cards. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And the coach, Rasmeen is Chennai FC also coming with the defeats against Mumbai City FC. So do you think that you both are in the same situation, and so how do you want to into the game and into your opponent?
No, every team is in his own situation. I mean, we don't have to get compared with Chennai. They are with their things, we are with our things. Very, very, very different situation. So, yeah, for sure they will fight for the 3 points because they also want to go for the playoff, and I have a lot of respect to Owen Coyle, to the way always he gets results, and I think that they are going also to build a project that day after day are going to be better, and yeah, it's going to be a very difficult game. You know that, we know that it's going to be very difficult.
Okay, we are approaching the end of the press conference. One last question for Coach about Sukan and one question for Sivan. So, Coach, this season, like we have recorded 9 clean sheets, which hasn't happened for a long time in East Bengal since the start of July. Sukan has been a very vital part of our team. You brought him to the team. You have also worked with him before. How do you see his progress? He's only 22 years old.
Yeah, I'm very happy with Jill. He knows that. He was my player in Bengaluru, and I made him debut in the Indian Super League, so there is a relation for a long time already. I have been understanding some critics about the team tactics. I understand, because football is open and everybody has an opinion. I listen that some people think that maybe we are too defensive, that we should make the game more open and try to, to attack more and that kind of things. I respect, of course, it's an opinion. But if you see, my philosophy is completely different. And when the club make a bet for me, they know that it's that kind of philosophy. Last season, the team was conceding a lot of goals, and that's why they finished in low positions. I come here and I try to work in a good defensive structure, and I can say that the best season until now of Gil in professional football is now, about clean sheets and not conceding goals. And it was the same with Gurpreet. The best seasons of Gurpreet in Bengaluru have been under me because I take care of that. I think that it's the only way to build a winner team. Unfortunately, we have been winners of the Super Cup and we have been reaching Bangla Cup finals, so it shows that my way to understand the game gives results. At the same time, I'm completely understanding how is football, and I understand that there is supporters and there is coaches that prefer 4-3 result or 4-4 or 5-4. I respect. But my teams is not like this. The only match this season that we have conceded 3 goals, it was against Ortiz, and I was very angry, right? Because for me, concede 2 goals, yeah, it's a drama. So 3 goals. So yeah, I am a coach that want to protect my goalkeeper and I want to have him calm and with not a lot of stress.
Okay, one last question for Sukan before we close this door. So Sukan, you have obviously, tasted quite a bit of success in the ISL also. You won the Golden Glove in the past. You are used to playing on the big stage in front of big crowds, but at East Bengal it's different because you are playing for a legacy club. So tell us about the journey so far. Like you also won your first trophy in top flight football with us. How is it working with Coach Carlos? How is it working with Coach Avi? And how are they helping you? Because you have been part of the under-23 India team. Now you are on the upward way.
First of all, the biggest reason to join East Bengal was coach only because I worked with him before. My ISL debut was under him. So I know him like 2-3 years back, and when we started in the Duran Cup, the things get started slowly. We didn't have the good game against Bangladesh Army, but after that, we have the trust in each other that we will do well, and fortunately we were doing well in Duran Cup, and then we had a great Super Cup also, and we are a little bit unlucky now, so you can say that we are not getting results. When you check the numbers, we are always there in 4th or 5th team in the league, but the position which we are standing on ourselves, we don't deserve that position, but we are still working for that, and hopefully we will get good result tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Last question.
Who was the last question?
Yeah, hi coach. My question is, in absence of Saul Pesco, your last 3 matches midfield will be disorganized. Tomorrow you are going to play against a team called Rafael Kimmerer, who played a great match against Kerala Blasters. So what will be a challenge to stop him? Can you see any changes in midfield?
I don't want to give clues to the opponent. We will go with a match plan and we will try to get the 3 points. Thank you.
Thank you. Coach, if you can just stand for a photo.
Yeah, go.